Okay, we are back to our morning schedule, morning Shalom Bayit class. We have today Lilun Shema Frecha Bat Rachel Ogul. Yeah, thank you for the Akilu family for sponsoring the breakfast, delicious breakfast. Yeah, before I start, I was doing Shemona Esrei over there, and the first baracha, right? Be'ahava. We have to think that what? That we want to give our life away to Hashem, right? Skila, srefa, henek, veherek. And I was thinking, wow, that's pretty serious stuff, Pretty serious stuff if you think about it. Yeah? But we have to do that. Because why? We love Hashem. Yeah? So in this world, you can do that as well. You know how? By giving it to your wife. We have too much ga'ava that we are, stuck to. At the end of the day, we cause this turbulence in our marriages, right? And we start to blame the woman. You hear? But as the guy said today, he said, what? She can't, do vacations or whatever? And I said, what? No. Why? You're the man. She's going to take you to vacation. She can plan the vacation, right? You take her to vacation. Same thing over here. If a person puts his gava down, which it hurts, it's mamish, it's painful when you have this, when you have this gava on yourself, and to say, Johnny Kima, I'm really sorry, like truly, it's like you're giving your life away for Shalom Bayit. You understand? Yeah. It's like you're shedding. A couple of days ago, a couple that I'm working with, he got very upset. Shtuyot, but he got very upset. And he left. Immediately called me. I couldn't, I messed up. I said, what? What did I tell you? All I said to you is that 2 minutes later, he goes in and he says, you know what? I want to say I'm sorry. He says to her, I want to say I'm sorry. She mamas was shocked. She goes, in the 11 years we live in, he never ever would say I'm sorry to me. If he would, it would be months later, and never within like 20, 30 minutes. You hear? So I said, you see, I told you, he's working on himself. Give him time. Don't jump on him. Give him time. And Baruch Hashem, he himself said, I would never ever do that if I didn't have your help. Meaning, the guidance. I would never be able to do that. Why? Because this gava, it stands with us, like a mountain, which is unbreakable. But you know what? Very breakable. Very breakable. So.
I have a couple from Portugal.
Oh, Bukhari?
She's Bukhari.
Yeah, big Jews over there. Oh, a little bit.
She is a Bukhari. She is Iranian. Okay. Now, they fighting like a cat and a dog. What is it all about? She was drinking wine and it spilled in the car.
Oh.
And he got upset and he told her, are you stupid? Why are you drinking in the car? And she got so upset. She calling me 10 times non-stop. But I cannot because I'm with other people. Okay. I picked it up and said, well, I can't do it anymore. I'm coming back home. I don't want him. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Okay. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to them late at night. She done. So I told him, you have to respect her. You can, I said, how about me? How about me? When you say this, I told him, you know what? We cannot talk like this. Tomorrow I'll talk to you. Hello. She should not hear what I have to say.
Who was Iranian, her or him?
Him. Yesterday, Eke calls me up. We get on the Zoom. I told him, are you the one? What is more important, your car or your wife? What are you doing? What are you doing? And what you tell are you? And he told her, are you stupid?
Crazy. Yes.
I said, are you crazy? Are you crazy? He said, well, Chaim, if I'm doing everything, I'm washing the dishes. Sound familiar, no? Dishes, laundry. I told him, she's going to enjoy to make you a slave, to be like a Spanish. You don't give me this, I'm going to give you this one. I told them, you have to learn how to say compliments. By the Iranian, is very difficult. For them, it's very, very difficult.
You have Muslim influence.
Yeah. They don't know what does it mean.
Muslim influence?
Yeah. כלום, מה פתאום? I spoke to him 10 minutes, okay? I told him, go to the Judaica store, buy the book of Arush, start to read from the second chapter, okay? And then we'll talk.
What is his occupation? What exactly he does for business?
I think he's in real estate. I don't know what.
So he's more or less educated.
Yeah, he is educated, of course.
This gets everybody, by the way. Educated, not educated, has nothing to do with it. It has to be proper education. Yeah.
He has to get the education from his parents. He didn't get it.
Depends what kind of parents. Okay, so we're on. Yeah.
So, if the man have to know that, okay? He's dealing with HaKadosh Baruch Hu's daughter. Don't take it, don't, no. Because every word, like you're eating pork. Yesterday I told them, when you said stupid, you have to think about pork. That's what I did. You know, I gave advice once to a lady. I told her, find a picture of a pork. Every time your husband says something to you, and you turn like this. Yeah.
She'll have it all day.
Huh? Yeah, good.
It's good, at least you're honest.
Keep it in here.
You're good.
Very good, boy. Very good.
Very good.
Very honest, boy. All this.
I'm learning from the best.
At home, you have to be very careful.
On ice, right? Edgy. On ice. Thin ice. Thin ice.
You have to learn how to talk.
Some people do the ba 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 ba. Yes, I'm people like good. They massage the ear very good. It's so beautiful. It's so that.
Chapter 20.
They fulfill her.
And she is. Otherwise, why did you marry her, you stupid? Right?
Okay? Chapter 20. Happily married, Rav Zamir Cohen. He says like this: one of the greatest hazards connected to a healthy and happy marriage relationship is the detachment that develops from the boring routine of a shared life. It's mamish, almost like what Bode was saying in the morning. Yeah, he says, you know, married couples become like brother and sister. He heard somewhere that whatever. And I said to him, you're right. And then at night, it's also like brother and sister. They sleep in different rooms. Yeah? He says, this routine, this boring routine, it's destructive. Repercussions can transform pure sentiments of love to those of repulsion and rejection. And I've seen it the past several months where she says, I'm bored. I can't. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't, excite the marriage, whatever. Why? Goes to work, comes home, eats, goes to sleep. And they want a little bit of something different, yeah? When working towards peace and harmony in married life, one cannot ignore the wonderful key our Creator gave us, whereby we can achieve ongoing revitalization and rejuvenation to the degree of the same affection and anticipation felt under the marriage canopy. He says we can do that, just like we were when we were married, 25 years ago, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, whatever it is that you guys married, you could re-infuse the same affection that was there. A person naturally seeks gratification and pleasure since this is part of the divine plan of creation. Yesterday I was telling them, I said, what's the main, focus, right? It's the end act. He says, exactly, to benefit mankind. Why did he do it? To benefit mankind. Says Rav Moshe Chaim Lusato in his classic work, The Path to the Just, says, man was created only to derive pleasure through God and enjoy the radiance of His divine presence. For this is true joy and the greatest pleasure that can possibly exist. We do not understand what this is, but the ultimate goal is going to be able to enjoy the radiance of Hashem. What does that mean? We don't know, but through life we will know. He says this natural aspiration causes the average person to seek pleasure in worldly things to the greatest extent possible. He says, do you know why people vacation, this, good food, or why? Because it says there's going to be a time where we're gonna. It's in our soul to be able to enjoy the possibility of enjoyment. Why? Because the ultimate is going to be enjoying from the radiance of Hashem. You understand? So he says, since we have this in us, we're constantly seeking, right? That's why, Rabbi, I'm sick and tired of her. She always wants something new. How can I, We have our minds preoccupied with so many different things. You understand? He says, but he is not aware that this pursuit will actually lead him to the very opposite of what he is seeking. When a man repeatedly attempts to save you the pleasure he once gleaned from something, time after time, it will keep diminishing until it disappears altogether. Meaning, if I enjoy something, come all the time, let's say Oshpalo, right? Monday Oshpalo, Tuesday Oshpalo, Wednesday Oshpalo, Thursday Oshpalo. Oh, it's gonna come to the point you're gonna be repulsed by it. Not you're not gonna like it. Not you're gonna look, I'm tired. You're gonna hate it. Yeah. When we were doing from Russia to here, how do you call that? Immigration. A breakfast, shproti. Lunch, shproti soup. Dinner, shproti something. This, why? Because they didn't have anything. We were in a strange land. We had to spend 2 months here, 1 month there. I cannot stand the smell of shproti. The sprats. The canned herring or whatever you call that thing. You minute you open it, I get why I remember. Huh? What? Balls. I can't stand it all. It says, not only does it remain static at zero, but it descends to a minus. You hear? He says, not only you're not going to like it, it's going to be negative. You're going to hate it. From a gain to a loss. At first, we'll begin to feel a sense of aversion until it becomes repulsion. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, a lot of relationships are actually like this. Yeah, I have people who tell me I'm disgusted by my wife. You know what kind of word that is? You know what means disgusting? It's a really bad word. Yeah. Oh, listen. From there, the road is very rapid to a full loathing of what was once pleasing and wonderful. Imagine he's talking about all relationships. First of all, he's not talking about relationships. He's talking about, like, let's say if you eat grapes, every single day you eat grapes, it's gonna come to a point where it's like I can't stand the grapes. Not that you don't like it, not that I'm back to zero. I can't stand it. You hear? So he says, this is like, for example, a young boy who wolves down pizza and then goes to work in a pizzeria, or one who is addicted to chocolate and finishes off, at a bar after another. At a what? Yeah. So too is marriage. Basically, he's saying, you like pizza, but you go to work pizzeria, you're gonna hate pizza. You don't eat pizza. When I was in the pizzeria, I guarantee you, I didn't touch pizza. When I left, sold it, all of a sudden I'm thinking, where's the pizzeria? Where's the pizza? Yeah. While there, I didn't even touch it. Why? Because it was all over, right? He says same thing with marriage. Western culture, which promotes gratification without bounds, is essentially the very lifestyle that self-destructs for those who indulge themselves. He says, when all possibilities of pleasure are depleted, one loses his very joy of life. You hear what he say? He says Western culture.
But back then people had 9 wives. Now
One
we
second. Kaifui kakochish. You understand? Right over here. They say, have one is here. He says, Rav Meir Ba'aneh said, why did the Torah say that a nida, an impure woman, must wait 7 days? It says, because the husband is used to her and she disgusts him. Look at that. That's crazy. Look what it says. He's using these words. Said the Torah, let her be forbidden unto him for 7 days so that she become beloved to him. By the way, that's the word they use, disgust him. See? Afterwards, like when she entered under the marriage canopy, right? As if it was, imagine if a person properly follows the laws of Nida, correct? For him, it's going to be as if he just got married. And we're talking about what? Sleeping in different beds, no hugging, no touching, no kissing, no nothing, right? Because a lot of people, we don't know, chas v'sholom, but they're sitting hand in hand, we're watching whatever, they're sleeping in the same bed. No, we don't have room. We don't have room in our room for another bed, they tell me, yeah? I say, but it's asur, you can't sleep on the floor. You understand? So he says over here, a couple that strictly adheres to the Torah restrictions of the forbidden days lives in proximity without any physical contact between them, not even accepting an object directly from hand to hand. Yeah? Until the woman has ritually immersed in the mikvah, there is no physical contact between them. But this very stricture serves to strengthen the emotional bond and raises them to the highest spiritual levels. They prove thereby that he belongs to her and vice versa, that they are bound together without any physical desire. During these days, they converse pleasantly in a light but serious atmosphere, according to each other's mutual respect. The emotional connection between them is strengthened, refraining from the commonality of touch, which with every passing day causes them to yearn for one another, as well as the inner anticipation of the day of immersion, causes it to become an emotional experience of secret known only to the two of them. Yeah? He says, if we do not stop this routine of every day, we're going to end up hating her. He says, when you properly follow the laws of Nida, right? No touching, no nothing, speaking during the thing nicely, kosher way, yeah? Emotionally connecting with her, anticipating the day which only the two of you know, and nobody should else know, right? This will bring physical expression to the emotional bond that has meanwhile been strengthened between them. The woman will undergo a thorough cleansing, removing all obstructions, and then immerse herself in the living waters of the mikvah with all of the spiritual implications. And finally, the couple will experience a rejuvenating in purity and joy. A couple like this does not live a life of lackluster and erosion routine. Yeah, like he was saying. He says, Hashem already, how long? If you follow this, you cannot get to that. Because how could it be? You 12 days, 13 days, you're unable. You understand?
Question.
Yeah.
Woman is in the menopause.
Yes.
What is this? How you connect?
Oh, so you see,
Talking.
during this time of 10, 15, 20 years that you're living and bonding the relationship, which unfortunately we don't have, right? There, after you get the menopause, now you already have a strong bond.
Foundation is
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we don't have that. So what happens? Divorce. That's what happens. A lot of people right now, 55, 60 years old, they're on the divorce line. I can't stand them anymore. You understand?
the character of a woman changes drastically. Also.
You're right. But when you have the solid foundation, I kid you not. When you have a solid foundation,
Right?
yes.
Now is your time to be accepting person because you irritated, everything irritation. So you have to be.
The individual asking what happens during menopause, woman goes through various different, because a lot of people they can't hear, different moods and so on and so forth. That's why we have to build a relationship. When we build a solid relationship by what? No commenting, putting her number one. She's gonna withhold as much of the negativity from you. She knows, by the way, they know. But when not, she's gonna let you have it like you don't know what. Yeah, it's a mind thing. You hear? He says over here, rather, they relive the initial exciting moments of their marriage every single new month. Meaning every month there's a rejuvenation. There's a what? Honeymoon every new month. It says this precious couple does not need to distract themselves to escape their humdrum routine like those who suffer from frustrating appetite and a constant sense of inner emptiness and destroys their homes and throws them into a life filled with pain and tears. On the contrary, our couple lives according to the directives of the Creator. Every sensible person using an appliance for the first time will first read the manufacturer's instructions, right? For some reason, marriage doesn't have manufacturer instructions. He says, so too, an observant couple.
Why we have?
Well, okay, who knew this? Yeah? He says, an observant couple will derive the maximum pleasure and benefit of this world in addition to the great world awaiting them in the world to come when they properly use this time of separation. Nobody want to say something?
No.
You want to say something?
The menopause, it's at the time of a test. How was your life when she used to get the period? If the relationship was not good, then the menopause will be something devastating. Devastating.
They say maybe women are gonna have a lot of problems, health problems.
Not only that,
The relationship is problem.
Emotional.
she will lose the urge to be intimate. She'll find all kind of excuses. The lubrication is not there anymore. It will be something totally unpleasant because when you didn't build the relationship, so she is so worried now and she is frustrated, so it makes influence on the body. But when the relationship is good, okay, so the menopause is like nothing happened.
When menopause, you can do whatever you want. You don't need to wait for anything. Like, is it still good?
One time,
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off?
she have to go to the mikveh, and then pitoom, no more there, no period. 2 months pass, 3 months pass. זהו.
She's now clean all the time. After she goes to the mikvah, she's clean all the time.
There's no obligation to go to mikveh anymore.
No.
No.
What if you just go anyway, just continue like once a month?
You're not getting any credit.
Like, no, it's not about credits. Just mikveh is a spiritual thing, right? It's like,
You could do whatever you want. You can go every day. She could also go every
Right now,
day.
guys go more than women. Women go once a month. Guys go every Friday. I mean, I see guys. I'm like, the mikvahs became for men.
Every day men go.
Women go once a month.
Hasidim
Guys
go
go
every-
every day. Even. They go
Yeah.
5 o'clock. Became for men. Here, where's Misha? He goes every day.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, there are two kinds of bloods, that of a man and that of a woman, and both originated in the sin of Adam and Chava, the blood of circumcision, that's the blood of the man, and the blood of menstruation, right, blood of the woman. It says when Adam was created, his original form was perfect, and he did not have a foreskin. Yeah, he was born with a brit. Only after he sinned by eating of the tree of knowledge, yeah, where he introduced the inclination, the foreskin formed, as it explains in the Talmud in Sanhedrin. He says, by cutting this skin fold, the form of man is corrected and the male infant is restored to the form of Adam before the sin. We see that thus, that the blood of circumcision atones for the sin of Adam. But why precisely blood? Because the sin brought death to the world. Since then, man necessarily returns to the earth to rebuild anew and arise at the time of the resurrection of the dead, cleansed from the impurity of the sin. When the male infant bleeds at the circumcision, it is considered a form of death, as is written, for the blood is the soul. And as we know from the laws of Shabbat, shedding blood is forbidden on Shabbat, since it is a form of reducing or removing the soul. Therefore, the blood of circumcision brings man and the world closer to the ultimate amending, meaning, and repairs the world from the sin. Yeah, that's the blood. Yes.
What is this, I don't know, this is law or habit that when the moel sucks the blood?
It's not law. It's not a habit. That you have to do that. Metzitza, it's called. Why they do that, Rabbi? To withdraw. What, in case it doesn't come out or what?
Yeah.
Why it has to be done with a month?
They still do it.
They still do it, but they use a tube nowadays. They use a tube nowadays.
And they put some, most of the people, they carry some. But
Yeah.
That's normal, but.
We have a moil over here, Rabbi Ashkenazi. He does
Alcohol.
at least 5 times a day.
He does?
Every dose.
He's not getting used to this, right?
Well, nothing happened because when you're doing things b'kedusha, everything is fine. When you're starting to that, well,
So just, this is normal thing, don't get shagged, just take
Yeah.
it.
no, that's the way it should be.
But what's the reason they actually put the blood out? What's the reason?
To take out all the if there is no, how do you call it?
That's spiritual.
This is spiritual.
No. It's not.
Physical?
Yeah. All the germs and everything else,
How about didn't they make it illegal?
What?
I think they made it illegal in New York to do it.
The Jews, they didn't, don't start with them when it comes to.
Where you live before?
I saw it the whole time. Wait, no, that it's
The
illegal.
law, yeah.
I saw it on YouTube, like, I think it was from like 10 years ago, they made it illegal. Yeah.
Let's just finish by saying the other one. When Chava and Adam, when Chava caused Adam to eat from the tree of knowledge and brought death to the world, she was punished with the decree of bearing children through distress. Back then, it was very easy to have kids. Now it's hard. This pain, like a what?
Rabbi, the child, the thing is born and is walking.
Oh yeah? He says this pain is not only that of birth itself, but also the discomfort of pregnancy and the process of childbearing, of which menstruation is a part of. This is why the blood of menstruation is not only the loss of life of potential unfertilized embryo, but also the stripping of the membrane in the womb that would have nourished the viable fetus, but is rejected by the body and sloughed off. It says during the period of menstrual bleeding, a couple is not permitted to have any physical contact whatsoever until the woman immerses herself in a mikvah, where she is purified from the menstrual blood. Just like one who touches a dead person becomes enveloped in a spiritual impurity, so too when this membrane is ejected from the wound and does not fulfill its purpose of nourishing the viable embryo, right? Because this was supposed to hold a baby. Since there's no baby there, everything is washed away. It's as if a dead person, he says. You're touching it, it's like a dead. It says it creates a state of death. The reason this blood creates the state of impurity, while the blood of circumcision does not, is because it is blood that she's shed by man for the purpose of mending the sin and does contaminate it. On the contrary, it creates more purity in the world, as is written in Ezekiel. And I say to you, by your blood you shall live. By your blood you shall live. Right? We say that in the Brit. Right? Right. Our sages said that the blood of the Pesach sacrifice and that of the circumcision, which are mitzvot performed by man, are opposed to the menstrual blood ordained by heaven to repair the sin of Chava, who made Adam sin. So how is one purified from the contamination of the menstruation? By returning to the waters of Eden. It says when one becomes contaminated through contact with the dead, he can only become purified through the ashes of the red cow. Right? That's why we cannot go. Somebody asked yesterday, can we go on Har HaBayit? In that area? We can't. We're tameh. And the only way we're going to be free is we have to, the red cow ashes, which corresponds to the might and judgment. Its burning nullifies the judgment. Mixing the ashes of the red heifer with pure spring water is the mixing of the remnant of judgment with chesed. The sprinkling of this purifying water on the person rendered him pure through contact with the dead, removes the impurity from him. The nidah requires pure waters from the source of 40 se'ah, right? The mikveh has to have a certain amount of water. And it also has to be either spring water or rainwater, which was not drawn up from the ground. Since this water must be free of the spiritual pollution that spread throughout the world after the sin of Adam, it is like the water from Gan Eden before the sin. When the woman immerses her body into the water of the mikvah without any obstruction, she brings herself into a sphere of perfect chesed. You hear? And therefore, which showers her with the bounty of goodness and mercy from exalted worlds. It is as if she left this world to immerse herself in the waters of the upper Gan Eden. Wow. Yeah? She returns home pure and cleansed from the impurity of her menstruation, the impurity of the sin with the tree of wisdom. Yeah? And therefore,
Serve as a mikvah, natural sources like the ocean.
yeah, the ocean, lakes, those are all kosher mikvot. Yeah, absolutely. But that's the B'ezrat Hashem. Tomorrow we'll continue, but we have to remember that this whole wife and husband thing is not it's a very spiritual connection. Yeah, extremely spiritual connection. We, unfortunately, with all the demonagi in our minds and all the TV and all the advertising and all the media and social media and this and that, we've debased this to such a lowly thing that we do not respect our marriages. Instead, our marriages became, what can I take from it? Yeah, it's one of these machines. You know, the soda machine. Yeah, okay, let me see. I'll put in the money and I want this. Yeah, and that's what became a wife. And therefore, many of the women complaining that they don't want to be with their husbands. Why? Because I'm not a machine. You can't just, give me $50, $100 for shopping and expect me to enjoy with you. Yeah, you cannot buy me a dress after we arguing for many, many years and think that it's a very problematic thing. And
Two-way traffic.
it's a one-way traffic. You know why? Let me explain to you. Anyone who says it's a two-way traffic is not a real mujik. Do you know why?
Wow.
I'll tell you why. Do we have two dentists as far as working on a tooth? Do we have two dentists working on one mouth?
Like patient and a dentist.
Only one dentist. If you need a help of another dentist, guess what? You're not a good dentist. If you need help from her to drive the car, guess what? You're not a good driver. Every car has one guy. Every plane. One second. It's no. I'm not screaming at you. I'm screaming. Chas v'sholom. I didn't mean you. I'm talking about the 150 people who are going to listen to this that constantly tell me, listen, it's her business to make me happy. I said, what? Are you out of your mind? That's the most ridiculous thing you could say. Why? No. I'm the man. You know what's funny? When we want to be the man, we put everybody on side and said, I am the man. But when it comes to something sensitive, which we are not able to control, you know what we say? She has to do it. She has to help me. You know who has to help financially at home? Nobody. Why not? Because I'm the man. Don't give me a handout. I can handle it myself. I have men right now, you know what they're telling their wives? They make good money, by the way. Tremendously good money. Why you don't work? I need help. Why? Because they see a little bit, expenses a little bit more, this and that. They're telling the wife, I need you to go to work. I said to him, you crazy? What are you talking about? Why? Hashem says you're going to make $1 million. Either you make $1 million by yourself, or both of you are going to make $1 million. You make 800,000, you make 200,000. You know what Hashem says in the house? I endow you with the power to make your wife happy, with the power to lead the family, with the power to do everything, right? Imagine David HaMelech says, I need help. Excuse me, guys, help me be a king. What? Help you be a king? Get out of your post. If you need help to be a king, if President Trump says, United States of America, I need your help to be president of the United States, get out of your post. If a man stands there and says to his wife, I need you to make me happy. My friend, get out of your post.
One-way traffic or two-way traffic? Because you slowly talking.
I'm not talking to you, by the way.
it's a
I'm not
one-way.
chas v'shalom. I'm talking to myself because I was there 25 years. Me, myself. You know what I said to my wife? I can't make you happy. I have a video. One of the first videos, you remember I was sitting right there. I said, I used to tell my wife, I can't make you happy. I'm sorry. You got to make yourself happy. Was I wrong? You know why? 25 years she suffered. But guess what? This year in March, you know what I said to myself? It's going to be my duty to make my wife happy. 10 months, smile on her face. Not one frown. So who's in charge? You know who's in charge? Wussy me. And I didn't know that for 25 years. 25 years, I hid behind a skirt. Said, no, you got to make yourself happy. No, I can't do this. No, I can't do this. I can't do that. You have to do it. Why? Because I didn't have the tools. But now when I read these tools, and he says, you know what? Hashem put you in charge. And if you want to do it, you can do it. But if you want to hide behind a skirt, that also is possible. Not you, by the way. All the guys who call me every day. You know what happens to me? People call me, yeah, I need some help. I have strong body problems. And you know what? I talk to them. When they see they're not able to,
Disappear.
they're gone. Real mujik keeps talking. Yes, I got it, but I got hit. What else do I do? I'll do like this, that. The fake mujik, he's out. He takes himself out of the marriage chat. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Some of them, you know what they say? I can't handle it. I'm not a real mujik. That's a mujik. Because he says he cannot handle it. You understand? But a real man, you're standing under the chuppah, it's a one-way ring. Hare ad mekudeshet, betaba'at zu. You put it in her. We don't do Goyish style where she puts it in you. We do not. Did you? She put a ring on you? Maybe. I don't know. Some non-religious. Yeah. By me? I don't remember. No, Rabbi didn't allow it. I brought 2 rings, by the way. I wasn't a religious guy. I brought 2 rings. The rabbi said, you put that in your pocket, everything okay. Yeah. You put, boom. Why? You say to her, I don't know if you were here 3 days ago, 2 billion men in the world, she says, I entrust my full life to you. You know, if that wasn't the case, she could have 10 husbands. How come she's not allowed to have 10 husbands? You're allowed to have 10 wives. Why is that? Because Hashem says, I endowed you to be able to take care of 10 wives. Imagine a lion saying, oh, lion, come here. I need help. I got these 10 lionesses. I can't do it. No! He fights to the death. I'm the lion. And I can take care of 10 of these women. Lions. Yeah? That's same thing. Same exact thing is here. So whenever you have that thought, I need help from her, you have to think, lion is going to go to another lion and say, I need help from you? Chas v'sholom. He'll fight to the death. And that's what we have to understand in our minds. And when we understand that in our brains, you know what Hashem says? You're the man, and I'm going to make everything happen like that.
I already forgot what I told you. What was the beginning?
You said I need my wife's help. You said it's a two-way street.
No.
No, many men. No. It was a good thing that you said, though. It was a very good thing that you said.
You know.
Molo Yaakov is afraid to say that. He wants to say that. He knows he's going to get hit.